One of the reasons that I love risotto so much is because if you have leftovers, there's always one amazing thing you can make with it, and that is risotto balls, or as they call it in Italy, arancini. I think they also refer to them as supplis. Suppli? I think. It can basically be done with any risotto that you make, and essentially it is leftover risotto like we have right here. You got a good amount, and it's nice and sort of starchy, which is sort of acting like a binder. Usually what they'll do is they'll make a ragu, and they'll put a hole in the center of the ball, stuff it with some ragu, maybe a little bit of mozzarella, close it back up, roll it into some cones, and fry it off. And it's delicious. It's one of my favorite things. Problem is when you order it out, you get it big a lot of the times, and a lot of the times they're reheating it and the center never gets warm through, and it's just kind of lukewarm and never good. So we're making them today. So we're gonna use our corn risotto. We're gonna roll them into balls instead of cones. And we actually have a guest who's gonna join us today. We're just waiting on him though. He travels by scooter, so he may take a moment. There he is. Johnny.
Good, bro.
What's up?
What's going on?
Jon Reyes, everybody. Now, what do you call yourself? What are you, a pro skater? Scooter?
Pro scooter rider?
A pro scooter rider.
Some people say scooter-er, but it's too
God.
many ERs, so we'll say scooter.
Yeah, I never even realized that. I met Jon at the 368 pasta party a while back, and I'm not like a big skater, snowboard rider, or anything like that, but I saw him doing wild tricks on a scooter. I was super interested. You know, we stayed in touch over the months, and now we have a bit of a friendship. And he invited me to a major video release a few months ago for these videos that he does where he collaborates with creators and runs around the city with a GoPro on his chest on his scooter. And so he's making another one. He asked me to be in it, and so we're here. I asked him to come on my show, and we're gonna just make some food and hang out. He uses a GoPro to ride around the city in traffic and all that kind of stuff, and that was a huge inspiration in me adopting mouth cam. I asked him, I was like, is that stabilization really that good on these new GoPros? And I figured it would work well in my mouth. So he's an inspiration, he kills it. You really gotta go check him out, even if you're not a big skater, scooterer, viewer, whatever.
It all worked.
It's amazing. It's really cool. So what, you big cook or what?
I'm a big eater. You're a big
eater?
cook.
Yeah, I am.
That's why I'm here. You said that pasta party we were at, I just want to give you a compliment. That was a very good pasta party because of the pasta, so thank you for feeding me that one time.
Oh, dude,
That's
absolute
why I'm
pleasure.
back.
So we're gonna make something in a similar world. Like I said, we're making arancini risotto balls in the style of mouth cam. We're gonna stick a GoPro in Jon, and he's gonna represent our Reyes cam. So we're gonna get a different perspective. It's gonna be very comfortable for him. He's used to this kind of thing, so let's just get right into it.
That's it.
It tastes how good this corn is.
Where do you get your stuff?
I got that at Whole Foods.
Oh, damn. It's like candy.
Right?
Candy, man.
So I got this leftover corn from the other day.
I'll be here for Halloween for trick-or-treat.
It's ridiculous. I don't know, they should be giving this to Halloween.
So good.
Okay. You need a towel? You step into my kitchen, you need a towel?
Okay.
What do we got going on first?
So do you cook fast, do you cook slow, or do you cook right?
It really depends. Like sometimes a dish requires some craziness to it. You know what I mean? You gotta run around, toss pans. Other times you gotta like feel it out. Cooking is very much a vibe. It's how you feel that day, it's what you're making. So, I mean, I used to run a food truck, and that was pretty much always crazy. There's no slow kind of cooking. So I still like to pick that up every now and then and almost like recreate it in the kitchen when I'm making a lot of stuff. But you gotta do what you like, you know what I mean? You could pretend your home kitchen is a restaurant, or you could just go with it. Keep it nice and chill. So I got some leftover weekday sauce. I've shown you how to make this so many times. You ever make this? No,
I think I've watched you make it.
Yeah,
Never made it yet.
You posted a video of me making it, and
Oh yeah, I did.
That was like the first thing you
That
ever
was
posted.
the first thing, because
Yeah.
I had the meatballs from 368,
Oh, yeah.
and then I was like, oh man, I gotta be this dude's friend right now.
What we're gonna do is we're just gonna heat this up, get this hot, and we're just gonna serve the arancini on a bed of the sauce. So now we got our leftover risotto. Where's Reyes cam?
You need it on now?
Yeah, we gotta put that shit on.
I got my production team, my manager, my backup filmer, secretary, and
Yeah, we're both one-man bands over here.
all the above right here in my bra strap.
This is how you get things done. You just do it yourself. Who needs a cameraman?
I don't know what it's like. All right, we're good.
Okay. All right. Risotto's cooked. We got leftovers. It's right here. It's nice and kind of firm. So we can sort of just take scoops and form it into little balls. And so here I've got just some regular breadcrumbs. Not gonna use panko because I want a little bit of the finer breadcrumbs for this. And then I've got maybe a cup of flour, a cup and a half of flour. I've seen in my research people in Italy not using a flour, egg, breadcrumb dredge. Instead, what they're doing is making a batter with the flour with just water and a little egg and coating the risotto balls in that first and then breading it. I've seen it done multiple times. I had never seen it done before in a sort of a breading situation, and that's the route we're gonna go today to see how much crispier, how much better it might be.
I'm in.
Feel me?
I'm feeling it.
Okay, so let's make the batter real quick. You ever made a batter?
No, I'm new to everything except for enjoying pasta.
You're Italian? I know I asked you this.
I want to say yes because I've had that much pasta.
Okay.
Only
well,
because of that reason. Parents,
well,
no. Grandparents, no. But
all right. Well, you're Italian today. Just get some regular flour. I'm just gonna make a simple batter by adding some water, a little bit at a time. Oh. It's not really strict measuring. You're just looking for like a consistency, and that's not there yet.
you need it more like a paste kind of.
Yeah. Like you'd want it to just coat. This bowl's too small.
That looks good now.
Should be slightly runny.
Do most batters have to be that consistency, or it depends on the dish?
There's not really a rule. You could have it a thinner batter, and it would just kind of be a lighter, not as intense crisp. A lot of tempura batters are a little bit thinner, or like a beer batter may be for like chicken or fish. It's a little thicker, coats it a little bit more, and you're gonna get more of an intense crunch from it. So we just use this as basically a glue for the breadcrumbs. I think that's gonna be good. Does your girlfriend cook?
Yeah,
Is she making the meals that I'm seeing?
half the time. We're trying to make that pesto dish that you made 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. We've been talking about it. We just come home late. We haven't gotten the stuff yet, but when we do, I will let you know.
You'll get that. We got our risotto. We've got some cubed mozzarella. Just kind of cut it into little small dices. This is what we're gonna stuff the risotto balls with.
My mom used to have that. She used to have a bowl of mozzarella every time she would cook something. Half of it would be gone, and I'd get right in trouble.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard not to eat it all. Whenever cheese is laying around, it just kind of gets devoured.
She would know. Sometimes I would take very little, and I swear I get away with it. She just starts screaming.
A lot of times they will stuff the risotto with tomato sauce. I'm not gonna do that because I'm just gonna kind of serve it on top of tomato sauce so you can dip it if you want. So we're just gonna stuff it with mozzarella. And basically, we're just gonna take a spoon, take a small kind of maybe golf ball size amount of risotto, and we're going to just form a ball. And then while we form the ball, we're gonna make a little hole in the center with our finger.
Have to fill it up.
Yeah. And we're gonna put a little bit of mozzarella in the center and then close it back up. And there you have it. Then we're gonna go into the batter, just kind of hit off any excess. You don't want it like super thick. And then into the breadcrumbs. And there you have it. That's one risotto ball. We're just gonna go through and make a whole bunch. Easy, eh?
That looks good. The best part is that it looks easy too.
Super easy. I mean,
Quick, easy.
and even if you made risotto for one or two, you would have half this to left over. You can make this with some sauce. You could make another thing of pasta and kind of, that's your meatballs. You can pretend they're like vegetarian meatballs a little bit. So there's really a lot you could do with it.
So what's your favorite food? I know mine's pasta. What's your favorite food? It could be a one piece of food, it could be a dish.
I mean, I honestly think it's smoked brisket.
Ooh.
Like I'm obsessed with smoked brisket. I can't get enough of it. It's one of the things I'm trying to really perfect. And I have this video coming out soon I'm really excited about. Shameless plug. Okay.
You want to pack it tight?
Yeah, you want to get it nice and tight or else it might fall apart. And you don't want that mozzarella to leak out. All right, so what I'm gonna do is roll them, stuff them, batter them, and you're gonna go make sure that they're perfectly breaded. Can you handle this? No scooters involved. Pick up some of that breadcrumb from the side and just like get it all up in there.
What do you think?
Perfect.
Yeah?
Approved.
It already smells good. You know it's gonna be good when it smells good before you start cooking it.
That's it.
That's the sign.
You know when you go to some place and like somebody's cooking onions and it smells bad, and it's like, how are you managing to make the onions smell bad?
Tell us a story. I know there's a story. Come on. Who had some bad onions? We got.
Well,
you don't have to mention names.
It's mainly when you walk into a new apartment, like an apartment building, you're going to visit somebody, and you smell this odor. Somebody's cooking dinner, and you're just like, what is this aroma?
Sometimes they leave the door open too to kind of air it out, and then you get hit with it. And
Oh.
So who taught you how to cook? That's what we need to know. What's the secret?
So like we were talking earlier, I said I steal with my eyes, sort of like you do. You know, like when I was a kid and I played baseball, I would take my favorite athletes or my favorite baseball players' swings and I would try and make that mine until I found one that actually worked for me. I started to learn to do that with everything in life, including cooking. So, you know, just whether it's watching the Food Network my whole life, or my brother who's a chef, being sort of around him and getting a feel for it that way, you know, you just sort of, you pick it up, and after doing it for 10, 12 years, you know, at home and as a business, you just kind of get good at it.
Get your own style?
Yeah.
What do you say your style is? What's your style of cooking?
I like really simple food, like classics, nostalgic stuff. I'm interested in how to make that like as perfect as one can, or as enjoyable at home. You know, I like to think I have, you know, the heart of a grandma, of an Italian grandma, but like the soul of a chef, and see what kind of work comes out of that kind of mentality.
I think a lot of people like, if they don't like already, just that, because most of the time, from what I've seen in the videos, you almost never need ingredients. Once in a while you need one or two things, but it's not like you have to go out with a list.
Well, it's because a lot of that stuff should be in your pantry already.
Right.
And I think that's, you know, if you can get a good pantry going, then you're really set up to be able to cook easily and fast any night of the week. You just kind of got to pick up a few things. And that's how I've been cooking for years. So it's nice to be able to share it. You're doing, like, the best.
You think so?
You're doing the best job.
I'm stealing your recipe.
Well, you better make this. You got to go home and make this for sure. What about you? You watch cooking shows, and aside from mine?
I used to like Iron Chef America. My parents used to love watching them duel it out. But that's not, and you can't really get into detail and seeing what they're doing. You just kind of see who's
It's a
starting the
spectacle.
fire. Yep.
See, that was part of the goal with this show, is to sort of bring back an old school version of a cooking show. What I grew up on with the Food Network, which was just straight cooking, like, you know, entertaining cooking shows.
I think that the coolest part about this is that I ride a scooter. It has nothing to do with cooking. It might have to do a lot with eating and like staying fueled, but as far as like cooking, never in my life I thought that I would be
On a cooking show?
Yeah.
Dude, I felt the same about a guy who rides scooters. Like, that's what I loved about the cooking show, is like, I don't need to only have people on this show that do cooking stuff. Like, I'm fascinated by what you do, so it makes complete sense for me to have you on the show.
Yeah, this is fun. Sometimes stuff like this is more fun than riding. Sometimes the riding, the tricks don't work out, and like, not saying cooking doesn't work out. I've burned fish yesterday, but as long as I got who's the wingman right now, I got confidence that this is going to be amazing.
So now we got our risotto balls, leftover risotto. We just rolled it up. How easy was that?
Pretty easy.
Super easy.
And quick.
Super quick. You're gonna make them, right?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Just gonna fry them until they're golden brown. It's that easy. I want like a nice dark brown. What do you think, Johnny?
That was quick. Those things cook so fast, and they smell good the whole way up.
And you're using a cup of rice that made a meal a day ago. Now you got these ridiculous, delicious risotto balls.
Sick.
Let's plate it up.
You got the best job.
Right? We got a nice crunchy exterior. We got those seasoned breadcrumbs, so it's got that nice Italian-y flavor to it. We made good risotto last episode, so we're not too worried about whether that's good. Got a nice weekday sauce, nice and fresh, right? What do you think?
That's so good. You got the best job. And you know what the coolest part? Is I'm actually here. I watch your videos all the time. So I'm like, to be on stage and to actually eat your food, this is cool.
Well, dude.
Watching it's a tease, man.
Thank you, John. Always a pleasure.
Dude, you know it.
Much
As
love.
always.
Now you know how to make arancini. I know we wanted to do this for a while. I'm psyched that you made the trip up. Can't wait to see this video you're making.
Ooh, soon.
When do you think?
A month.
A
1 month. Yeah.
Are you gonna do a big premiere?
Trying. You might need some food.
Ooh, there you go. You guys gotta go check him out. Links to his page are gonna be in the description. Go show him some love. I mean, even if you don't like skating or scootering, I'm telling you, watching this guy, it's a joy.
Dude, thank you for all the good words. That was fun and delicious.
Yep, that's all I got today. I'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself and go feed yourself. Feels good.
I get one now.